Overcome fear and take action. Fear is an illusion. Today I want to talk about something that affects every single one of us: fear. Fear is a universal experience. It does not discriminate based on age, gender, or status. It has the power to hold us back from reaching our full potential, but it also has the potential to push us forward if we learn to use it correctly. But here's a truth that many of us struggle to accept. Fear is an illusion. It is a mental construct, a creation of our own minds, often exaggerated and irrational. Most of the things we fear never actually happen, and yet, fear dictates so many of our decisions, stops us from taking action, and keeps us trapped in our comfort zones. Today I want to share with you why fear is an illusion, how it holds us back, and most importantly, how we can overcome it and take action to build confidence, success, and a fulfilling life. Understanding fear, the illusion of danger. Fear is our mind's way of protecting us. It is an evolutionary survival mechanism that kept our ancestors alive in the wild. When faced with a predator, fear triggered the fight or flight response, preparing the body to take immediate action. This was necessary for survival in dangerous environments. But today, we no longer face wild animals on a daily basis. Instead, our fears are more psychological. We fear failure. We fear rejection. We fear judgment. We fear change. And these fears, while not physically dangerous, still trigger the same biological responses. Our heart races, our palms sweat, and we feel frozen in place. However, most of the things we fear do not pose a real threat to our lives. They are illusions, mental projections of negative possibilities that often never come true. Think about it. How many times have you feared something only to realize later that it wasn't as bad as you imagined? Maybe it was speaking in public, asking for a promotion, or taking a leap into something new. The fear felt real at the moment, but once you faced it, you realized that it was just an illusion. The cost of living in fear. When we allow fear to control our actions, we pay a heavy price. Missed opportunities. Fear keeps us from pursuing opportunities that could change our lives. Whether it's a job, a relationship, or a personal goal, fear convinces us to stay where we are instead of taking a risk. Regret. Imagine looking back on your life and realizing that most of your regrets come from things you didn't do rather than things you did. Fear stops us from living fully, leaving us with regrets about what could have been. Low confidence. Confidence is not something we are born with. It is something we build through action. But if we let fear stop us from taking action, we never develop confidence in ourselves. The truth is, fear is just a story we tell ourselves. If we change the story, we change our reality. How to overcome fear and take action. Now that we understand fear is an illusion, how do we overcome it? How do we stop letting fear control us and start taking action? Acknowledge and understand your fear. The first step in overcoming fear is acknowledging it. Don't ignore it or pretend it doesn't exist. Instead, ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? What is the worst-case scenario? How likely is that worst-case scenario to happen? Most of the time, you'll realize that the worst-case scenario is either unlikely or not as bad as you thought. And even if it did happen, would it really be the end of the world? Probably not. Take small steps toward fear. Fear shrinks when we face it. The key is to take small, manageable steps instead of waiting until we feel ready. Because the truth is, you'll never feel fully ready. If you fear public speaking, start by speaking in small groups. If you fear failure, start by taking small risks instead of waiting for the perfect moment. If you fear rejection, practice putting yourself out there in low-stakes situations. Each time you face your fear, it loses its power over you. Change your perspective on fear. Instead of seeing fear as a sign to stop, see it as a sign to move forward. Fear means you are stepping outside of your comfort zone, and that's where growth happens. Think of successful people. They didn't achieve success by avoiding fear. They succeeded because they moved forward despite their fear. They embraced discomfort and used it as fuel. Build a fearless mindset. Reframe failure. Stop seeing failure as the end and start seeing it as feedback. Every failure is a lesson that gets you closer to success. Visualize success. Instead of imagining what could go wrong, start visualizing what could go right. Your mind is powerful, and what you focus on expands. Surround yourself with action takers. Fear is contagious, but so is courage. Surround yourself with people who take action despite fear, and you'll find yourself doing the same. Take action before you feel confident. Most people think confidence comes first, and then they take action. But that's not how it works. Action comes first, and confidence follows. Think of the first time you tried something new, maybe riding a bike or driving a car. You weren't confident at first, but the more you practiced, the more confident you became. The same principle applies to everything in life. If you wait until you feel confident, you'll never start. Instead, start, take action, and let confidence build over time. Conclusion. Choose courage over fear. Fear is an illusion, a trick of the mind that holds us back from living fully. The only way to overcome it is by taking action. The more you do what scares you, the less power fear has over you. So I challenge you today. What is one fear you will face this week? What is one action you will take despite fear? It doesn't have to be something big, it just has to be a step forward. Because every step you take weakens fear's grip on you and strengthens your confidence. Life is too short to let fear control it. Choose courage, take action, and watch how your life transforms. Invest in yourself. Read, learn, grow, and develop skills to become unstoppable. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean. This ocean represents the endless opportunities in life, knowledge, success, and personal growth. Now, imagine you have a boat, but it has no sail, no oars, and no direction. Would you ever reach your destination? Of course not. But what if you had a sail, a compass, and the ability to navigate? You would move forward, discovering new lands, new opportunities, and new successes. That is what investing in yourself is all about. Building the tools, skills, and mindset that will propel you forward in life. Reading, learning, growing, and developing skills are the sails and compasses that guide you toward success. They are what separate those who struggle from those who become unstoppable. The power of knowledge. Read to succeed. The first step in investing in yourself is to read. Reading is one of the most powerful tools for self-improvement. Great leaders, successful entrepreneurs, and visionaries all have one thing in common. They are lifelong readers. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, once said, "The more you learn, the more you earn." He spends hours every day reading books, reports, and articles. Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, reads 50 books a year. Elon Musk, when asked how he learned to build rockets, simply replied, "I read books." Books provide wisdom from those who have already walked the path you are on. Whether you want to master a skill, improve your mindset, or gain knowledge about a new industry, reading is the gateway. It opens your mind to new ideas and perspectives. It allows you to learn from the mistakes and successes of others without experiencing them yourself. But reading alone is not enough. You must apply what you learn. Reading about fitness won't make you healthy unless you exercise. Reading about success won't make you successful unless you take action. Read, absorb, and implement. That is how you truly invest in yourself. Continuous learning, the key to growth. In a world that is constantly changing, learning is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong process. The moment you stop learning, you stop growing. If you are not growing, you are falling behind. Technology is evolving. Industries are transforming. What was relevant yesterday may be obsolete tomorrow. The people who succeed are those who continuously learn and adapt. They take courses, attend seminars, seek mentorship, and challenge themselves. They don't just wait for opportunities, they prepare for them. The good news is that learning has never been easier. With the internet, you have access to unlimited information. You can take online courses, watch educational videos, listen to podcasts, or join communities that help you grow. But learning doesn't only come from books or courses. It comes from experiences. It comes from stepping out of your comfort zone, taking risks, and learning from failure. Every mistake is a lesson. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Personal growth. Developing the right mindset. If you want to be unstoppable, you must develop the right mindset. Talent and intelligence may give you an advantage, but mindset determines how far you go. The most successful people have a growth mindset, a belief that abilities can be developed through hard work and dedication. They see failure as a stepping stone, not an end point. They embrace challenges instead of avoiding them. They are not afraid of obstacles. They use them to become stronger. Contrast this with a fixed mindset, where people believe their abilities are set in stone. They fear failure, avoid challenges, give up easily. This mindset limits potential and keeps people stuck in mediocrity. And the good news? Mindset is something you can develop. You can train your mind to see possibilities instead of problems. You can shift from doubt to confidence, from fear to courage, from excuses to action. To cultivate a growth mindset, embrace challenges, view them as opportunities to grow. Learn from failure. Every setback is a lesson. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. You become like the people you spend time with. Develop self-discipline. Success is built on consistent effort. Stay persistent. The greatest achievements come from those who refuse to quit. Skill development, the path to mastery. Investing in yourself is not just about knowledge and mindset, it's about action. And one of the most valuable actions you can take is developing high-impact skills. The job market is changing. Traditional degrees are no longer enough. Employers and clients are looking for people with real skills, skills that solve problems, create value, and drive results. So ask yourself, what skills can make you unstoppable? Communication skills, the ability to speak, write, and connect with people effectively. Leadership skills, the ability to inspire, manage, and bring out the best in others. Problem-solving skills, the ability to think critically and find solutions. Adaptability, the ability to learn new things and adjust to change. Technical skills, coding, digital marketing, finance, sales skills that are in high demand. The great thing about skills is that they can be learned. No one is born with them. Every expert was once a beginner, but they chose to invest time, effort, and practice into becoming great. And you can do the same. The importance of self-care and well-being. Investing in yourself is not just about career success. It is also about health, happiness, and well-being. A strong mind needs a strong body. Exercise, eat well, and get enough sleep. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through life. Take care of it. Equally important is mental health. Avoid burnout, take breaks, spend time with loved ones, practice gratitude. A fulfilled life is not just about financial success, it's about balance, purpose, and inner peace. Taking action, the time is now. Reading this speech is a good start, but knowledge without action is useless. The only way to truly invest in yourself is to start today. Pick up a book and start reading. Enroll in a course that challenges you. Learn a new skill that increases your value. Step outside your comfort zone and embrace growth. Develop habits that push you forward. The best investment you will ever make is not in stocks, real estate, or business. It is in yourself, because when you grow, everything around you grows. Your opportunities expand. Your confidence rises. Your success multiplies. You have unlimited potential. But potential means nothing unless you act on it. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, luck, or background. It is the decision to invest in themselves every single day. So I ask you, will you make that decision today? Will you commit to becoming the best version of yourself? If you do, nothing will be able to stop you. Your mindset shapes your reality, the power of focus and action. It is a privilege to stand before you today and talk about something that has the power to transform lives. The power of mindset. Have you ever noticed how two people can face the same challenge, yet one overcomes it while the other remains stuck? The difference lies in their mindset. Your mindset shapes your reality. What you focus on grows. If you focus on problems, they will seem bigger. But if you focus on solutions and opportunities, you will find ways to succeed. Today, I want to share with you the importance of maintaining a positive mindset and taking action toward your goals. We all have dreams, whether it's achieving career success, financial stability, better relationships, or personal growth. But too often we let negativity, self-doubt, and fear hold us back. The good news is that by changing the way we think, we can change the outcomes of our lives. Let's dive into how your mindset shapes your reality, why focusing on positivity is crucial, and how taking action makes all the difference. The power of mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world. It affects your emotions, decisions, and actions. There are two main types of mindsets. Fixed mindset versus growth mindset. A fixed mindset believes that abilities, intelligence, and talents are static. People with this mindset avoid challenges, fear failure, and give up easily. A growth mindset, on the other hand, sees challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. People with a growth mindset embrace difficulties, persist through setbacks, and believe that effort leads to improvement. Dr. Carol Dweck, a psychologist at Stanford University, conducted research showing that people with a growth mindset achieve more because they see failures as lessons rather than roadblocks. If you believe you can improve and grow, you will put in the effort necessary to achieve success. The law of attraction and the power of thought. Have you ever heard the saying, your thoughts become your reality? The law of attraction suggests that what we think about, we attract into our lives. If you constantly think negatively, you will attract negative experiences. But if you focus on positivity, gratitude, and possibilities, you will attract better outcomes. Successful people often visualize their success before achieving it. Athletes, for example, mentally rehearse their performances before stepping onto the field. Entrepreneurs envision their business flourishing before it becomes a reality. The mind is powerful. What we focus on expands. Why focusing on positivity is crucial. The science behind positivity. Positive thinking is not just about feeling good, it has real benefits. Studies show that optimism improves mental and physical health, reduces stress, and increases resilience. People who focus on solutions rather than problems tend to live longer, healthier lives. Overcoming negative thoughts. We all have negative thoughts from time to time. The key is not to let them control us. When a negative thought enters your mind, ask yourself, is this thought helping me? Is there another way to look at this situation? What can I do right now to improve the situation? You empower yourself. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, say, how can I make this work? Surrounding yourself with positivity. The people and environment around you influence your mindset. If you surround yourself with negative, toxic individuals, their mindset will affect you. But if you spend time with positive, goal-oriented people, their energy will lift you up. Choose to read inspiring books, listen to motivational podcasts, and engage in conversations that encourage growth. Protect your mind the same way you protect your body by feeding it with positivity. The importance of taking action. Having a positive mindset is essential, but without action, nothing changes. Action creates momentum. A dream remains a dream until you take steps toward making it a reality. The hardest part is often getting started, but once you take action, even small steps, you create momentum. Think of it like pushing a car. At first, it's hard to move, but once it starts rolling, it becomes easier to keep going. Success works the same way. Taking the first step is difficult, but each step builds confidence and progress. Fail forward. Learning from setbacks. Fear of failure stops many people from taking action. But failure is not the opposite of success, it is a part of success. Every successful person has faced setbacks. What makes them different is that they learn from failures instead of giving up. Developing daily habits for success. Success doesn't happen overnight. It is built through consistent habits. Here are some habits that can help you stay on track. Morning routine. Start your day with positivity, meditation, affirmations, or reading something inspirational. Goal setting. Set clear, actionable goals, break them into smaller steps, and track your progress. Gratitude practice. Focus on what you have instead of what you lack. Gratitude shifts your energy from scarcity to abundance. Continuous learning. Always seek knowledge and self-improvement. The more you learn, the more you grow. Taking risks. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. Take calculated risks and embrace challenges. Conclusion. Take control of your reality. Your mindset is the foundation of your success. What you focus on expands. If you choose to focus on growth, possibilities, and solutions, you will attract opportunities into your life. If you pair a positive mindset with consistent action, nothing can stop you from achieving your goals. Let me leave you with a challenge. Start today. Choose one small action that moves you closer to your goal. When negative thoughts arise, replace them with empowering beliefs. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. You have the power to shape your reality. It all starts with your mindset and the actions you take. Thank you. Stay positive, take action, and go after your dreams with confidence.